Welcome, guys. Understanding the need for self-love. Self-love is foundational for mental well-being. It involves recognizing and accepting our own worth, which can enhance our ability to handle stress and adversity. This section would delve into why self-love is crucial for mental health, providing a framework for understanding its role in personal development. The impact of self-criticism. Self-criticism can undermine our self-esteem and contribute to mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. This part would explore the mechanisms through which self-criticism affects us and why it is important to address it. The connection to mental health. This section would examine how self-love and self-criticism relate to broader mental health issues. It would include data and research findings to illustrate the impact of these factors on overall mental health. 2. The concept of self-love. Definition and importance. Self-love involves treating oneself with kindness and compassion. It is not merely about self-affirmation, but about a deep-seated appreciation for oneself that influences behavior and emotional responses. Historical and cultural perspectives. Self-love has been viewed differently across various cultures and historical periods. This section would explore these perspectives to provide a richer understanding of how self-love has evolved. The role of self-love in personal development. Self-love is a catalyst for personal growth. By nurturing a positive self-image, individuals are more likely to pursue their goals and engage in self-improvement. 3. The nature of self-criticism. Understanding negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is a common manifestation of self-criticism. This section would describe how negative self-talk develops and offer strategies for recognizing and countering it. Sources of self-criticism. Self-criticism often stems from societal pressures, personal experiences, and internalized expectations. Identifying these sources is key to addressing them effectively. Psychological effects of self-criticism. Prolonged self-criticism can lead to significant psychological distress. This part would examine the mental health implications and the ways in which self-criticism impacts overall well-being. 4. Overcoming labels. What are labels? Labels are descriptors that we apply to ourselves, often based on perceived flaws or failures. Understanding their nature is the first step in overcoming their impact. The psychological impact of labels. Labels can shape our self-identity and limit our potential. This section would explore how labels affect our self-perception and behavior. Strategies to break free from labels. Techniques for overcoming labels include cognitive restructuring and self-affirmation. This part would offer practical advice on how to reframe negative labels and foster a more positive self-view. 5. Learning to accept mistakes. The role of mistakes in growth. Mistakes are essential for learning and personal development. This section would discuss how mistakes contribute to growth and how to shift perspective to view them as opportunities. Common mistakes and their lessons. Examining common mistakes and the lessons they offer can provide valuable insights. This part would use examples to illustrate how to learn from errors. Developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is crucial for overcoming challenges and learning from mistakes. This section would outline strategies for cultivating a growth mindset and applying it to various aspects of life. 6. The power of positive self-talk. Techniques for reframing thoughts. Reframing negative thoughts involves changing the way we perceive situations. This part would provide techniques for practicing positive self-talk and overcoming negative thinking patterns. Building positive affirmations. Positive affirmations can reinforce self-love and self-worth. This section would guide readers on how to create and use affirmations effectively. The impact of self-talk on self-esteem. Self-talk directly influences self-esteem. This part would explore how positive self-talk can enhance self-esteem and overall well-being. 7. Handling negative criticism. Differentiating constructive and destructive criticism. Understanding the difference between constructive and destructive criticism is essential for handling feedback effectively. This section would provide guidelines for distinguishing and responding to each type. Strategies for managing negative feedback. Managing negative feedback involves building resilience and maintaining perspective. This part would offer practical strategies for dealing with criticism constructively. Building resilience against criticism. Resilience is key to overcoming the impact of criticism. This section would explore techniques for developing emotional resilience and protecting self-esteem. 8. Embracing imperfection. The beauty of imperfection. Imperfection is a natural part of life and contributes to uniqueness. This part would discuss the concept of embracing imperfection and how it enhances our human experience. How imperfection enhances creativity and innovation. Imperfection can foster creativity and innovation by encouraging experimentation and risk-taking. This section would provide examples and strategies for leveraging imperfection in creative processes. Exercises for embracing imperfection. Practical exercises for embracing imperfection include mindfulness practices and self-compassion activities. This part would offer specific exercises to help readers accept and celebrate their imperfections. 9. Mindfulness and self-compassion. Introduction to mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This section would provide an overview of mindfulness practices and their benefits. The practice of self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness during times of struggle. This part would explore techniques for cultivating self-compassion and integrating it into daily life. Techniques for integrating mindfulness into daily life. Practical techniques for incorporating mindfulness into everyday activities would be discussed. This section would include tips for maintaining mindfulness in various situations. 10. Building healthy relationships. The role of self-love in relationships. Self-love influences how we interact with others and form healthy relationships. This part would examine the connection between self-love and relationship dynamics. Setting boundaries and maintaining balance. Establishing boundaries is crucial for healthy relationships. This section would provide guidelines for setting and maintaining boundaries while balancing personal needs and relationships. Navigating relationship challenges. Every relationship faces challenges. This part would offer strategies for handling common relationship issues while maintaining self-love and respect. 11. Personal growth and self-improvement. Goal setting and achieving success. Setting and achieving personal goals is a key aspect of self-improvement. This section would provide techniques for effective goal setting and tracking progress. Developing new skills and hobbies, engaging in new activities can foster personal growth and enhance self-esteem. This part would discuss the benefits of skill development and pursuing hobbies. Tracking progress and celebrating achievements. Monitoring progress and celebrating achievements are important for maintaining motivation. This section would offer strategies for tracking personal growth and recognizing successes. 12. Cultural and societal influences, societal pressures and self-perception. Societal expectations can impact how we view ourselves. This part would explore the effects of societal pressures on self-perception and strategies for navigating them. Cultural differences in self-love. Different cultures have varying perspectives on self-love. This section would examine these differences and their implications for personal development. Navigating external expectations. Balancing personal values with external expectations is challenging. This part would provide strategies for maintaining self-love while navigating societal and cultural pressures. 13. Therapeutic approaches to self-love. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT is a therapeutic approach that can help address negative self-talk and self-criticism. This section would explain CBT principles and techniques for improving self-love. Acceptance and commitment therapy. AC focuses on accepting thoughts and feelings while committing to values-based actions. This part would discuss how ACT can support self-love and personal growth. Other therapeutic techniques. Various other therapeutic approaches, such as mindfulness-based therapies and psychodynamic therapy, can also support self-love. This section would provide an overview of these techniques. The role of gratitude in self-love. Understanding gratitude and its benefits. Gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life. This part would explore how gratitude enhances self-love and overall well-being. Practicing daily gratitude. Daily gratitude practices can improve self-esteem and mental health. This section would provide practical tips for incorporating gratitude into daily routines. The connection between gratitude and self-esteem. Gratitude and self-esteem are closely linked. This part would discuss how practicing gratitude can boost self-esteem and foster a positive self-image. 15. The impact of physical health on self-love. The connection between physical and mental health. Physical health influences mental well-being and self-love. This section would examine the relationship between physical health and self-esteem. Healthy habits and self-care practices. Engaging in healthy habits and self-care practices supports self-love. This part would provide tips for maintaining physical health and self-care routines. Exercise, nutrition, and well-being. Exercise and nutrition play crucial roles in mental health. This section would offer guidance on how to incorporate healthy practices into daily life. Creating a supportive environment. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. Positive social influences can enhance self-love. This part would discuss the importance of surrounding oneself with supportive and uplifting individuals. Building a network of support. A strong support network is essential for personal growth and self-love. This section would provide strategies for building and maintaining a supportive network. Handling toxic environments. Dealing with toxic environments and relationships is challenging. This part would offer advice on how to navigate and address toxic situations while preserving self-love. Long-term strategies for sustaining self-love. Developing a self-love routine. Establishing a routine for self-love can foster long-term well-being. This section would provide guidelines for creating and maintaining a self-love routine. Overcoming relapses and setbacks. Relapses and setbacks are part of the journey. This part would offer strategies for overcoming challenges and staying committed to self-love. Keeping motivation and focus. Maintaining motivation and focus is crucial for sustaining self-love. This section would provide tips for staying motivated and focused on personal growth. 18. Case studies and personal stories. Real-life examples of overcoming self-criticism. Case studies and personal stories illustrate the journey of overcoming self-criticism. This section would include detailed examples and insights from individuals who have successfully navigated these challenges. Interviews with experts and practitioners. Interviews with psychologists, therapists, and self-love practitioners provide expert perspectives. This part would feature interviews and insights from professionals in the field. Inspirational stories of personal transformation. Inspirational stories of personal transformation highlight the power of self-love. This section would showcase stories of individuals who have transformed their lives through self-love and personal growth. 19. Resources and further reading. Recommended books and articles. A curated list of books and articles on self-love and personal development. This section would provide recommendations for further reading and exploration. Online resources and tools. Online resources such as apps and websites that support self-love and personal growth. This part would offer suggestions for digital tools and resources. Professional help and support services. Information on professional help and support services, including therapy and counseling options. This section would provide guidance on seeking professional assistance. 20. Conclusion. Recap of key concepts, a summary of the main points covered in the guide. This part would highlight the key concepts and takeaways from the discussion. Encouragement for continued growth. Motivational advice for continuing the journey of self-love and personal growth. This section would offer encouragement and support for ongoing development. Final thoughts on self-love and personal development. Concluding reflections on the importance of self-love and its impact on personal development. This part would provide final thoughts and inspiration for readers. Thanks for watching.